Hey, hi, hello, my friends. Happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. And I'm so glad that you stopped by. And it is Sunday when you are seeing this, which means it is time for the CCT 52 challenge. This is week 16, I believe. It'll be in the description and the title and all of that mess, just in case I'm wrong. But I think it's week 16. And last week, if you recall, we did, what did we do last week? Last week we did, come on, this one with the cow. And if you remember, I wound up having to throw not one but two prompts back because I did not have those items. I still don't have those items. I have to get some or find them, one or the other. But hopefully we won't pull them this week. But this was fun. Okay, so this must be week 15 because that's marked week 14. So obviously this is week 15, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get our paper out, and then we're going to get started. Now, if you are not familiar with the CCT 52 Challenge, this is hosted by Carolyn over at Carolyn's Craft Tree. Her information is linked below. Be sure and check her out. She is wonderful, and this is a fun little collaboration challenge thing. What we do here is we roll some dice, we pick some prompts, we have a good time. And then we share whatever pretty things we made on social media, wherever you do your social media with the hashtag. And the hashtag is hashtag CCT52. Is it CCT52 challenge? Where is the hashtag? I always just copy it. I believe it's CCT52. I think it's hashtag CCT52 challenge. Just like it is there, CCT52 challenge, but hashtag in front of it. Anyway, whatever, enough. Okay, so let's get started. The way this works, I roll both dice. The purple one is going to tell me what I'm going to make today. The pink one will tell me how many prompts I need to pull. I have my trusty prompt bags. This one is our regular prompts. This one is our mixed media prompts. There aren't very many of those. A 1 or a 6, I have to pull a mixed media prompt and then roll again to find out how many rolls, how many prompts. And then I pick my prompts and I create whatever it is I was supposed to create using those prompts. So if you have any questions, hopefully it'll make sense as we go. Otherwise, drop them below, and I'll do my best to answer them. All right, so let's roll both these dice. Okay, today we are making an envelope. I get envelope a lot. Today we're making an envelope, and we need 4 prompts. So no mixed media today. All right, and I am done with this, so I'm going to set this aside. No mixed media, but we need 4 prompts, and we're making an envelope. All right, let's see what we can get out of here. There's 1. We're not going to look yet. We're just going to pull 2, 3, and come on, I just want 1. 4. All right. Let's see what we got here. Building. Okay. A gnome. Well, that'll be fun. A magazine. Okay. And an insect. So this is entirely doable, But what I was going to tell you guys is that after last time when I had to throw those prompts back, I was a little bit more worried about it, I guess, than most people were. But Carolyn came in and reiterated to me again that these are just guidelines. These are not rules. So I have made a change to the way I am doing my own thing here. It says envelope is my daily thing I have to make. What I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to make it a whole page cover. Okay, so like basically I'm going to do the entire page. But since I got envelope, I have to make an envelope. And then my page also has to include these items. I'm doing this because sometimes it's a little bit more difficult for me to do something that I find visually appealing if I'm stuck with one tiny little envelope, okay? Or like one day I had a cluster. And for me to get it where I find it visually appealing is important to me because nobody wants to make something they don't like, right? So this is the decision I made. Now there is one in there that says, what does it say? Like whole page, or it says page or page cover. So my thought on that is if I get that one, I'm going to do a page tip in. So I'll have my page that I'm making, but then like for either a tip in or like a glued down thing, right, that goes in the center. And that's how I'm going to do that. So that I'm still fulfilling the prompt. Hopefully that makes sense. But so as you see me doing this today, just understand that I'm still doing the CCT 52 challenge correctly. I'm just changing it up a bit. And according to Carolyn, who made this up, that's acceptable. Except that I completely forgot I was making an envelope. Okay, first things first. I do need to have an envelope. I do need a building, a magazine, a gnome, and an insect. All right. Give me a couple of minutes to think about this and what I want to do, and I will be right back. Hey y'all. Okay, I'm back. Full transparency. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a full week later. I should really be filming my next CCT 52 challenge, but it's been a week. It's been a week. So what we're going to do is we are going to start by creating a background. And this background is going to have my building, which is actually going to be a wonky gnome house. Now I've made wonky gnome, well, I've made wonky fairy houses, gnome houses, whatever, out of, I've made wonky houses, how's that? Out of paper, but I've never painted one. I'm not very good at painting, but I like doing it. So we're going to do it and just see how it goes. So yeah, it'll be fun. I can't even think what I'm trying to say, and I'm just sitting here and yeah, so we're gonna do this, and then we'll find the gnome, and I don't even know, do gnomes live in houses, or do they have like, I don't know, are they underground or are they above? I don't have any idea, which is just terrible, isn't it? I should know that. But I think gnomes live in forests, so I would think they would have a house, right? Do gnomes live in forests? Am I right about that? Oh well. Anyway, my gnome is going to. Okay. So I've got some green paint. It's called sap. I'm going to move all this mess to the side because I don't want to get it wet. And put my paper towel over here to spray this on top of. I just want this paper to be a little wet before I start. Like that. And now to try and lay it out flat, right? So, just going to start by creating kind of a light green background. Now, I know this is a little bit darker than light green, but I'm going to keep spraying and trying to make this paint move. So hopefully it will cooperate with me and become what I'm looking for as we go. So yeah. So how is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're getting some crafty time this weekend. I absolutely cannot complain. I I have some grading I could be doing, should probably be doing, but I don't have all that overwhelming, oh my goodness, I'm behind on my schoolwork, what am I going to do type thing. And I'm not that far behind on the grading. It's mostly attendance and participation grades just need to be put in. It's not like I need to really read anything significant. There's, a couple of discussion board posts, but nothing that's going to be long or drawn out. So that's good. And so, yeah, I will do my grading this weekend, but for the most part, I am feeling just light as air because, like, there's nothing pressing. Um, my mom and I were going to go celebrate today on my passing my exams. However, it's raining and storming. Anyway, as I was saying, it's raining and storming, and so we've decided to wait and do it tomorrow when hopefully the weather will be more cooperative. Okay, I'm going to dry this real quick, so give me a second. Okay, I am sorry about all that. I went to do something and I kind of forgot that I was doing this. I know that's really bad, but I did. Okay, this is burnt umber, and I'm not sure if this is really the color I want, but I do want a brown, so we're going to try it and see what happens, shall we? And let's see if this paintbrush is messed up. It looks kind of messed up. No, it's all right. It's just a stiff paintbrush, which might be best for what I'm doing, actually. Let's get a little more water over there. Okay. So I want to just kind of create like I said, I'm going to create, it's almost like a fairy house. We're going to call it a gnome house. It is going to be my in the woods wonky little house, right? I'll spray this and get that paint moving in just a minute. I want to get a good solid. Again, I don't want it to be perfect. That's why I want that paint moving around. Give me just a second. Okay, so there's kind of a top to the house. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, I'm going to give it kind of a bottom, and I'm going to use pink, which, is kind of weird maybe for a gnome house. I don't know, but it's what I want to use. So it's what we're going to use. We're going to use it because I want to. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on a little bit thick because, yeah. Not trying to get it straight. In fact, I'm purposely trying to get it not straight. I want it to be a little bit crooked. I want it to be a wonky house, right? Again, I've done the ones with paper and they turn out great. I love them. But I'm doing this one with paint and I want it to be as wonky as what I would get if I did it with paper. Again, I'm going to dry. Not completely dry, but I'm going to go ahead and move on while it finishes drying. We're going to do some more on this roof of the house. Again, it's going to be a little wonky, which is what we're looking for here. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little door down here. Like that. Now, this is going to meet that requirement for a building in a fun way. Okay. And I want to take my little paintbrush. I'm going to make, well, actually, I better dry this first. Okay, sorry about that. I keep getting distracted, but I have 20 things I'm trying to do all at once to get everything caught up from all the time that I was gone. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, we're going to add just a little bit of purple here. Oh, I just threw my paint in my water, guys. I am losing it. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. And we're going to add just a little bit of a flower here. Like so. And I'm going to put some blue down right there. And we're going to do the same thing with it, I believe. I believe that's my plan, man. We'll put it right here. Like that. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see if we can do a yellow one. Now I'm not going to spray them because I do not want those to run. I'm also not going to blow dry them right now with the heat gun because if I do, they will run. And we don't want that to happen. So my husband is sick and he is the one that does like the cooking and stuff in the house, and he's not well, and I don't like to cook. So here shortly, I imagine I am going to go and get some sandwich stuff, and it is going to be a sandwich kind of evening with the rain and the sick people and the stuff. I think it needs 5 flowers though. What do y'all think? It needs 5, doesn't it? Should I use the same colors since I've already got them out, or should I? Let's do a little bit of this. And maybe some orange. Yeah, let's do that. And then, this is so totally out of my comfort zone, because normally if I'm painting, all I'm doing is doing a painting paper. I don't usually do things like this because I'm not very good at painting. And I don't want, people to look at it and be like, ew, why'd you bother? Oh my gosh, guys, have you ever had that happen to you? I used to crochet like all the time, like it was my lifeline, like paper art is now. And I loved making amigurumi, which are just, if you don't know, just like little stuffed animals made, crocheted stuffed animals. And loved them, loved them. Well, and they're supposed to look kind of funky, And well, some of them are. They don't all look kind of funky. But anyway, whatever. The ones that I did the most often because they were super easy, and fun and quick projects that you got a lot of immediate satisfaction out of. Anyway, they were something I did a lot of. Well, I was working in a daycare at the time, and I would often work overnights, and the kids just loved this stuff, and because I would bring it with me and work on it, and while they slept. And I had this woman that she wasn't like the boss, but she was like the boss's assistant type of thing. She asked me, she wanted to see what I made. And so I brought a box of them up there of completed projects. And I was, so proud of them. And she took one look at them and she was like, "Ew, why do you even bother?" And I was just floored and devastated. And it was awful. So that's why I don't do a lot of painting. It's for similar reasons to that, because I'm just not that good at it, and I don't ever want to experience that again. Not that I think that you guys would do that, but you know, there are some people who are very, very nice, and then there are some people um, who just are. They are what they are, and that's all what they are. They're Popeye the Sailor. Oh, sorry. Not where I was supposed to go with that, is it? Yeah, well. I wonder if we want a little bit of smoke coming out of there. Just a tiny bit. Do we want a tiny bit of smoke coming out? I mean, I know it's spring and all, but he's got to cook somehow. There. I'm liking it. I'm not real fond of that flower, but it's okay. We're going to leave it anyway. Um, Thinking though that they all need like a little, except for the yellow one, that they all need like a little yellow center. There. I like it. We'll let those dry a little. And so that gives us our building, right, that was required. Okay, so moving on. The other things that we pulled were, so we need something from a magazine. We have our building. We need an insect, which I've got handled, and a gnome. Okay, so for my insect, I have these little ladybugs, which are not so little actually, but they're absolutely adorable, and I think that it's awesome that they're bigger because it's going to kind of fit in with this whole whimsical theme. And I will show you, I have an idea for the magazine, which I will show you in just a minute. I'll have to go and find it. Like I know what I want, but I haven't found it yet. And like I said, it is a week after I started this video. So I'm planning to put this ladybug on here somewhere, maybe right there. And then I'm going to put the gnome here, I think. And then I've got this flying ladybug that I was thinking I might put up here after I trim her. So let's go ahead and put this one down. We're going to have to glue it because the paper is wrinkled and has paint all over it, and I don't trust it to stay. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to trim this one up. So this one's been super fun. I love doing things that are different, you know, because like everything I do is always the same kind of, or it feels like it's always the same kind of thing, you know. I printed this on some HP photo quality cardstock, matte photo cardstock. I have this Oprah magazine. This is from 2008. We have this picture here of Oprah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put along there. And then I'm going to cut her out. I know that dimensionally, this is not going to make a lot of sense. Like she is going to be, or my gnome is going to be way bigger than should be for this house. But he is in front of the house. So he's in the foreground and he's going to appear bigger. But the house is still back there. So, as are the ladybugs. So that's what we're going to do. So let's glue this down like So we're totally covering up that door. Could have done without the door, but I hadn't decided at that point exactly where I wanted things to go, so it's okay. And I know this is super wrinkled, but I'm not worried about that either. Okay, now for the head, what we're going to do is we're going to glue along here and along here and along here and along here, but we're going to leave this side open for a pocket. So we're going to glue right through here. To there. And then it's going to be left open as a pocket. And again, we covered up one of the flowers. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I might have put him up a little bit too high. Let me see if I can't bring it down just a little. There we go. That's much better. Now we actually do see part of that fifth flower too, which wasn't the reason I moved him, but it's a happy addition. Okay. I moved him because he was so high up, it didn't really look like his head was on his shoulders. Okay. Now, you know I want to put my prompts on there. So let's do that. We're going to just kind of put them over here on the side. Hey, y'all. So, I completely forgot until I was editing the video and watching through the whole thing that I was actually supposed to be making an envelope. As I said, though, in the first part of the video that I filmed actually last week, kind of changing up the way I do it, and my only requirement of myself is that I make an envelope to go on the page, but the whole of the project will be the page, meaning that I don't have to fit everything onto the envelope. I just have to make the envelope and put it onto the page. Does that make sense? Like everything goes onto the page, but it doesn't necessarily have to go onto the envelope. I don't know. I hope that made sense. So, since I forgot to make my envelope, I'm going to do that now. And we're going to see if I can do it with this paper without messing it up too bad. And then we are going to put it into the page. We are going to call that a done project. This is week, oh, I forgot, 14, I think, maybe, of the CCT 52 challenge. It'll definitely be in the description and the title and all that. But I'm thinking 14, might be 15. Anyway, it is done. And I thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful, or at the very least entertaining. I hope that you crafted along with me, and I hope you'll join me again for another video very soon. If you like what you saw today, be sure and give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from this channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you click the little bell, it will notify you every time I upload a new video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're crafting today. Drop me a picture. I'd love to see it. I'll talk with all of you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.